drive active. Alright, we can you hear me? Hold on. Alright, here we go. Holy shit, my audio's working now. Every now and then when my graphics card updates, my audio, it updates my audio stuff too. And sometimes because I use a program called Voice Mod. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but it sometimes it interacts with my voice mod in a bad way, and I have to go in my voice mod stuff and set all that stuff. But what's up, buddy? How you doing? I sat here and talked to you for the last 15 minutes and didn't know my audio wasn't working. What do you mean low? Is it low? It shouldn't be. It should be just like it normally is. Don't make me yell, man. Seriously though, do I need to adjust it? Is it fine, or do I need to adjust it, JG? I don't know why my audio drivers, when they update that I have to crank with this fucking thing every goddamn time. You got me all the way. Damn. Hold on a minute. Let me adjust it. What's it called? Voice mod. Hold on, I'll try and fix it. My game sound down and my microphone up. Alright, give me just a second. Alright.
The asteroid is depleted.
My volume on my microphone's turned all the way up. We'll turn the game sound. Yeah, my audio drivers updated while I was asleep. Here, let's see. I can hear myself now. God dang, I'm loud. Alright. This should be good. Game volume. Hold on a minute. I'll fix the game volume. Well, yeah. Is the in-game volume still too loud? I've got it kindly turned down. We'll figure it out. You're good now? Alright, I'm good now. Awesome. That must be why Dictator came in a minute ago too, and he was like, I'm here, I'm on the phone though. He does call centers, so he was on the phone. I don't know where he went, but I was talking to him too when he came in, and I guess he never heard me. If you want to jump on, which according to Discord you're already playing, Eve, but shoot me a PM. Gaming Hillbilly is my name, and I can either come to you or you can come to me. We'll just sit around mine for the day. It's going on 2:30 right now here, so it's about drink 30. I do kind of want to hold off and not drink anything. I feel like an alcoholic whenever I drink before 5 o'clock, so I'm going to try and wait around until 5 before I take my first drink, but you're multitasking. Alright, that's cool, you know, it's whatever. I did stream this morning for a little bit. I streamed a different game, and you know what, be honest with you, I don't think my viewers liked it. I don't see near as many now than I did. Alright, buddy. Do what you gotta do, you know, I understand. Man, I wish I could make me some dinner. All I've got's fucking bologna sandwiches.
The asteroid is depleted.
Bologna sandwiches until tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow, so I'm gonna run to the store and get me some good shit, you know, to eat. But until then, it's bologna sandwiches. Do them dishes. Oh yeah, well I grew up on bologna. Every time I'd be like, Mom, I'm hungry. She'd be like, go down and fix you some bologna sandwiches. She didn't like to cook when I was hungry, so it was like bologna sandwiches. Go fix you a bologna sandwich. So you know, I grew up on bologna sandwiches. Fried bologna, regular bologna, it don't matter. That's what I ate early this morning. I toasted me some bread, got me some fried bologna, slapped them babies together, and But I'll tell you what, tomorrow after I go to the store, it's gonna be spaghetti. I'm in the mood for some spaghetti today, so I'm gonna be in the mood for some spaghetti tomorrow. Barbecue salads, never heard of. Barbecue salads. Well, I'd say if you put enough peppers in something, call it barbecue. Well, yeah, I figured you put some kind of barbecue sauce in your salad for like the dressing or whatever. Is it good? Yeah, okay, I can see that. I like barbecue stuff too. Where I live at though, I have a big smoker, like where I can smoke chicken, where I can smoke my meats and stuff. But here you can't have stuff outside of your apartment complex. The apartment complex that I live in, they've got like strict rules, and you can't have like shit like that on your porch. So I had to send it over to a relative's house. They're using it right now, which sucks, but I love to have me some smoked chicken, some smoked pork, all that stuff. I don't have a grill, but I have a smoker. Smoker's like $500 more than a barbecue, a grill or whatever. But every now and then I like barbecue stuff. You can throw some barbecue on your chicken while it's smoking. It tastes pretty good too. Oh, you used to own a barbecue restaurant. I got you. Well, you know all about that shit then. I didn't know you could barbecue a salad. but apparently, if you've owned a barbecue spot, yep, that's a thing. Oh man, you're making me hungry. Let's change the subject. I mean seriously, I just woke up and I'm like, what am I gonna eat today? Oh shit, all I got's bologna. I wonder if you can make a barbecue bologna sandwich. I say if you got a little bit of barbecue sauce, you just sprinkle it on the bologna. Voila, you got a barbecue bologna sandwich. Yeah, I've smoked a whole bologna before too, and it was more out of curiosity than it was to eat it. I was like, I wonder if I could do this, and by hell you can. All right, cargo's full.
Warp drive active.
I've smoked a whole. When you say a whole bologna, is it the uncut, the unsliced, just a big old chunk about I don't know about 2-3 feet long? It's weird when you buy a sliced bologna, already packaged and stuff. It's only like two something, like $2.50, we'll say. But if you buy one of the big fat 3 pound like 7 pound blocks of bologna, it's like $17. Wait, I thought I claimed it. Or okay, I did. All right, back to it.
Warp drive active.
Well, make you something to eat, buddy. I'll probably end up getting up here in a little bit and fixing me something too. Well, just turn your sound up. If you hear aliens talking, you know something's going on. Or if you hear pow, 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 you know you better get and check. That's a good idea. You know, I was going to say that when you left or when you said you'd be back, but yeah, I don't. If I know I'm going to be a minute, I'll not do it while I'm out mining. No, you don't want to abandon them. I know you can always go and scoop them back up, but I always just call mine back. I have plenty of time to call them back. I try and stay pretty close to them. That way they don't have very far to travel to get from me to the rock that I have on mine. It's like right here, you know, I'm right in the middle of the two rocks that I'm mining with them. But I find that, you know, the closer that I am to them, the faster that they get back, and then I can deploy my combat drones. Well, you know, you can. I guess you can reconnect to them, but I don't really worry about it. Mainly because where I'm at right now in a retriever, um, they don't really hurt me. Speaking of, let me turn my shield hardener on. But if I've got my shield hardener on, they can shoot me all day long, and they only do like 1 damage to me. And I've never seen my shields like start going down because of rats. My drones get hurt more than I do. Speaking of, all my mining drones are good. Y'all all be quiet back there. When I told you to go play, I didn't mean go aggravate me in another room. Yeah, I hear you back there. Go ahead and do it. Tell me one more time. What? Nothing. That's what I thought. You're all right. Go get you something to eat, fat ass. I'm talking to a cat and not like my old lady or anything. Just so everybody in here knows. Lord, if I was to tell my old lady that, she'd whoop my ass. Go get you something to eat, fat ass. I see you back there. I used to not be a cat person until I met the woman that I'm with right now, and she's got like 6 cats in her house. So I was like, you know what? I need to get me a couple of cats. So I did. They keep me company. I wasn't sure and wasn't gonna ask. Oh, what? You thought I was talking to my old lady? Calling her, go get you something to eat, fat ass. What's this? Fireworks! Holy shit! What's going on, boys? Somebody just poured it in and was like, here, we're gonna give this guy some fireworks. Shit. This has never happened before. What's up? What up, Queenie? How you doing today? Hope you're having a pretty good day. Somebody decided to just warp in and show off. Should I call my drones in and just skedaddle? I don't know. I feel like this is a setup. God dang, it was that easy to find me? You little string snipers, you. Just bought a new gaming laptop because one I have doesn't want to run Oh, that sucks. Must have been a pretty old laptop then, so you probably did pretty good upgrading. Oh, somebody messaged me. The person that's giving me you have been found by a nice stream sniper. You are lucky. One ISK in donation for the formality. Thank you. I appreciate it, Nola. I seen you coming in and I was like, what the hell is this? The good Twitch sniper. No shit, there's a guy, there's somebody in my directional scanner. The good Twitch sniper. It's a probe. It doesn't have a graphics card and it's an office one. Hey, if it's better than the older one that you had, it should do you pretty good. I'm kind of surprised that your old one didn't run Eve. I know this Eve isn't really resource dependent. I mean, you know, so like you could probably run this off of microwave. But hey, at least you got you a nice gaming laptop now. And if you get back into Eve and you do your mining or whatever, you need some company, you can hit me up anytime. Normally I have a couple other guys that come in here and watch, who kind of help me out and stuff with the compression and you know all that stuff. Well, it's still kind of early in the day for them. They normally aren't on till like 4 or 5 o'clock my time, and it's only, oh well, it's going on 3 o'clock now, so about another hour or two will get us some compression and stuff going. I emailed that stream sniper. I don't remember, the Nola, I think was the name of it. I told him it was people like them that made this game fun to play. What is that? JT says, what is that? It was fireworks. You can buy fireworks. And then they emailed me and it was like, it's your neighborly, friendly stream sniper. I found you. Yeah, I'd never seen it before, but I knew fireworks was a thing, and when I seen it, I was like, man, that looks just like fireworks. I was probably just really close to them. They knew exactly where I was at because I was kind of close to them. At least I'm assuming that anyway. It didn't take them no time to get here. Sure, I need something to drink. I need to feel better about myself. But do I want a bologna sandwich? I should eat before I drink, right? I should. Let me see here. Hold on, give me just a second. Let me... I think whenever I head back to the station, I'm gonna fix me something to eat real quick. It won't take me 5 minutes to fix me something to eat though. Just throw a sandwich together or something, and I'll be right straight back. Only because I'm in a drinking mood. I want to drink. So, God dang, I sound like an alcoholic. Not saying there's anything wrong with being an alcoholic or nothing, you know, but I mean, there's other things in my life I would rather do than be an alcoholic, you know what I mean? Back in the day, I used to call them alkies. Are you an alkie? Now I'm an alkie. No, I only drink like the beginning of the month. That's the only time I can afford it. And then the rest of like 2 or 3 days at the beginning of the month, and then I can't afford it the rest of the month, so I'm good the rest of the month. So I don't really look at myself as an alcoholic because I can't afford it. Time's up. Shit, I thought I was about to die. I thought somebody was coming after me. They was like, "Time's up, gaming hillbilly." Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We got a sweet dog, Lily, and she rules the roost. That's when you drop an elbow and you let her know who's boss. You gotta smack the back of your elbow like you're doing a wrestling move, and then just drop that elbow on her. Smack it 2 or 3 times and then drop it. Hey, you be quiet. I don't even want to hear it. I don't. Get over there and shake your ass and be in heat. Don't be being in heat around me. I will punch you where it smells funny. Kind of sounds like bad guys in the area, but there's not. I shouldn't talk to my girl that way. Hey, I said I'm not in the mood. Go over there and be in the mood over there. Before I punch you where it smells funny. Shit. Hurry it up. Fill up my cargo so I go fix me a bologna sandwich and get drunk. Hey, what did I say? Get over there. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of my girl, she might show up here in the next little bit. I might have to take me a little break anyway. But if she don't, we're good too. I have been spending. I spent the weekend with her, and then the last, not last night, but night before, and the night before that, I went over to her house. So I don't want to get her burnt out on me, so I figured I'd stay at home for a few days, stream a little bit, play a little bit, you know. But she's still going to probably stop by after she gets off work. She works just right down the street, so normally she stops by for like 15-20 minutes, something like that. Yeah, I think Borderlands 3 fucked me with my viewers. I had like 50 people watching me play Borderlands earlier this morning, and they slowly left. So I don't know if they think I'm still playing Borderlands or what, but I mean, 5 viewers is 5 viewers. I don't care how many viewers that I have, I'm still going to stream and play my games. I was just getting used to the 20 and 30 and 40 viewers. We'll get there again. I'm a pretty laid back dude. I make friends pretty easy, so we'll see. Why is it saying I'm offline? Hold on just a second. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're good now. I got one follower. I'm one follower short from reaching my follower goal. Or no, what was it I was playing this morning? I think I played a little bit of Arma 3 this morning. It wasn't Borderlands, it was Arma 3. Although I like Borderlands, the stories and Claptrap, he's pretty funny. It doesn't have a graphics card and it's an office one. Hey, a laptop is a laptop. When you came in, you said you got you a gaming laptop. So if it's a gaming laptop but from an office, it's a gaming laptop from an office. Caldoni Trading Station. 82%. We'll go ahead and call our drones back.
The asteroid is depleted.
%. 89%. I'd wear you out too.
asteroid is depleted. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right, let me sell this, or let me do this number. Let's put it in ore. Item hanger. Let's put all this in ore. We can stack all. Item hanger. Let's put these in circuits. All right, I'm gonna fix me a bologna sandwich real quick. I'll be right straight back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hey, what up, James? I'm doing mining today, like I always do. Somebody stream sniped me a minute ago and set off a bunch of fireworks around me. You missed that. I'm sorry, I was gone just a second ago. I ran and fixed me a bologna sandwich. I needed me something to eat. But here I'm back now, so what's up? How you doing today? You doing pretty good? Pretty bad? Or are you just pretty?
Warp drive active.
Just kind of waiting around for all the people. And while I'm waiting, I'm just mining on my own, you know, solo mining. But yeah, I'll fix me a bologna sandwich when you came in. That's why I wasn't. That's why I didn't say anything sooner. So we're gonna go get this concentrated Veldspar. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? Damn, this is cold as shit. Oh, I forgot I don't have my webcam on. You must have left and came back because I've been asking you questions. Mine's going pretty good. I've not been mining very long, but oh yeah, well, hey, I eat with my headset off too. That's what I was doing when you first came in. I was fixing me something to eat. That's why I was sitting in the station. But I knew it wasn't going to take me. Let's see, I was going maybe 5 minutes, something like that. I just fixed me a sandwich real quick. Got me something to drink. But yeah, I don't remember what all I was asking you a minute ago. What are we doing today? Okay, yeah, no, I don't remember. Oh well. On to new, bigger, and better things. How you doing today? You having a pretty good day? We'll take out this big ass son of a... Awesome, man. Make sure they're gonna start mining this thing. Yeah, look at that big ass thing, man. We need to get rid of that. I don't like the really big ones, although they do yield a lot. But it's like if I'm getting the one to the left of it there, the big one here is being in my way. I wouldn't be able to orbit it. Let's see what happens if I try and orbit this one. Yeah, this rock here is gonna probably be in my way. I think at the beginning of the next month we're going to do us a giveaway. We're going to give away some Omega time. It depends on how many viewers, how many people are in the chat and stuff like that. But I do plan on tomorrow, not tomorrow, but next month, doing a giveaway. We'll be giving away some Omega time. That's at least $20. So I'll buy my Omega next month, and then we'll give away some Omega time too. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, in the way. You're in the way. Hopefully, I sent an application in to Eve. Hopefully, I can get partnered with them. And pretty much all partnership does with Eve is they give you a bunch of skins that you can give away on your streams and stuff. So here in the next like month or so, we'll be able to do some giveaways for some skins and stuff. Quit back talking me. My cats. Sometimes you just have to right in the face. Dang, for my pedal to be to the metal, I'm awfully damn slow. Here, let's turn on our shield hardener. I do plan on doing some ice harvesting here soon too. I've been watching a video on how to go about it. But it is very complicated, and the way that I'm soaking in the information, it seems to be a little bit complicated. So it's going to take me a little bit to kind of get used to it. But eventually, we're going to get into some ice harvesting. I've already got my ship for it, a Krayos, or I think it's what's called a Krayos. Let's see. So this is what it looks like. It looks like a big dildo. Look at him. He looks like Peter Griffin has found out he's an idiot, and He's not too happy about it. But yeah, it looks like this. And the only reason why I got it is because it has an ice hold. Let's see. Ship ice hold capacity. So it's got an ice hold capacity. And something to do with reprocessing it. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Matter of fact, we might even watch a video on it here in a minute. So if there's anybody here that is interested in ice harvesting, we'll watch a video here in a minute and you can kind of learn with me. Matter of fact, once I get my cargo full again, we might watch it after that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because just as soon as you do, buddy, I'm telling you, it's going to end up fucking you. Do what you know. I don't know if ice harvesting is risky or not. You know, I've not looked that much into it. It's just, from what I've heard, from what people have said to me when they come in here, ice harvesting, you'll make a little bit more money ice harvesting than you do rock harvesting. Yeah, that exactly right. You're Omega, aren't you, JT? I'm pretty sure you're Omega. I think I asked you before. These, like the Retriever, has a massive cargo hold. What up, Reboot? We're just sitting here minding our little feet off. Not really doing a whole lot of anything. I'm just, you know, talking to a couple of the people that's come in here, but we're getting by. You missed it a minute ago. The stream sniper came up. They actually sent me an email here. Let me show you the email they sent me. You have been found by a nice stream sniper. You are lucky. 1 ESKN donation for the formality. Thank you. And what they did was they warped in and they set off a massive fireworks display. It was pretty cool. I'm gonna clip it later after I quit streaming and stuff. I'm gonna clip it. You'll be able to see. But I was like, who the fuck is this? Porting in here and coming right up next to me. And they set them fireworks off right on me. I didn't give them one isk. It ain't, yeah, what the, I mean, what's one isk gonna do, really, you know? Here, you know what I should do here? Let me do something here. I'll give them 100,000. Too generous shit. 100,000 isk ain't nothing either. I just thought it was pretty cool, you know. That's the only reason why I gave them 100,000, because I didn't realize when they sent me that email they were asking for anything. But when I reread it, when I showed it to you, and I was like, oh wait, they actually expected me to give them some isk for doing it. I thought, no, I'm not gonna do one isk. I'll give them 100,000. Fuck it. And to be honest with you, you're too generous. 5 other people that's come in here is too generous, because, you know, I wouldn't have this isk if it wasn't for you guys. Oh no, I won't do that. My pride will keep me from paying to mine. Yeah, I can't do that. If they don't want me to mine there, guess what? There's plenty of other places I can mine. So, Reboot, what are your thoughts on ice mining? Because I've been looking into doing a little bit of ice mining. Is it more, well, from what I've seen, and the videos are from like a year ago, granted, you know, so maybe a year ago ice mining was better than rock mining, but I don't know how it is now, you know what I'm saying? So ice mining seems like something that a lot of people do, and I've been looking into it. Get down, bitch! I'm not talking to my old lady, I promise. I'm talking to my cats. I've got a dream catcher. Actually, it's a pretty big dream catcher on my wall. I've got it hung up, and they love jumping up and fucking it up. And I try and keep them from it. You don't do much. Well, it's just like what I was saying earlier. Hold on. Assets. I do have a Oh shit! I do have a Kraos because it has an ice mine hold. Here, hold on. Let me. I said it looked like Peter Griffin finding out that his wife was cheating on him, and that's the face that he makes when he realizes. But yeah, I bought a Kraos just for ice mining. A Kraus, whatever you want to call it. A Peter Griffin. Because it looks like a big ass dildo. But I was thinking about getting it just because it's a little bit different than rock mining, you know. Well, changing it up is what I was looking at. You know, I don't want to always stream just mining fucking rock, you know, because people will eventually get tired of seeing that. But you know, I thought, okay, so let me look into other types of mining, and I'm actually probably going to, after I fill my cargo hold up. Hold on, let me put my drinks down. We're at 54%, so normally, whenever I get full, I'm going to go back to station, and we're probably going to watch a ice mining video. I don't want to be like some streamer that streams the same thing every day, you know. So I'm looking for different types, different ways of making the ISK. What up, Spoony? How you doing, buddy? I'll tell you what, Spoony. You come in, you say 07, and that's about all I see from you. Whereas before, you talked my leg off. What's the deal, buddy? What up, Benma? Welcome back, buddy. You're taking a little break from exploring, so you're one of them guys that break out the probes, huh? You go looking for shit. Yeah, I stream every day. The only time that I don't stream is when the girlfriend's like, "Hey, do you want to come over?" And of course, you know, I'm not going to put my game in front of my real life stuff. You know what I mean? So, but normally, let's see, this weekend, the only thing that'll keep me streaming from this weekend is if she comes over here. I'm not going over there. I've spent the last like week over there at her house. So, you know, we're trying to I'm trying to even it out. You know, she wants to spend time with me. She's got to come over here now. Where she lives at, it ain't just her and her kids. It's her, her kids, her mom, her kids' girlfriends, boyfriends, her sister. You know, there's like 10 people in that house. It's a little bit nerve-wracking for me, you know. I'm not used to being around so many people. I live by myself. You know, I'm kind of secluded. I don't like people. And I don't like conversations or anything like that. So unless it's with you guys, you know, I can talk to you guys all day, all night, whatever. But you know, if there's somebody in front of me,
is depleted.
Hold on. If there's somebody in front of me though, it's a little bit different. You know, I like conversations and stuff like that, but if you're in front of me, we're having a conversation, I'm a bit anxious. You know, I'm a bit I don't want to be here-ish. And it has nothing to do with you or, you know, whoever it is I'm talking to. That's just the kind of person I am, you know. I used to, when I was growing up, I'd walk right up to anybody and have a conversation with them. But now that I'm a little bit older and stuff, no, I don't want to talk to you unless I have to. And it don't have nothing to do with online stuff, you know. It's more so, you know, I have to be there in front of them. Right. I'm just not a people person. I can be a people person when I need to be, but it makes me very uncomfortable. And that's just the kind of person I grew up to be, you know. I don't I don't like people. Well, I mean, it don't drain my energy, but I'd rather not do it. It's like if I have to call somebody, I don't like using the phone because I'm talking to a person. I don't like having to pick up the phone. If you need me, if you have anything to say to me, Facebook, message me, uh, iMessage, whatever. Text me. Don't fucking call me because it's probably gonna get ignored anyway. Right. Text you. And it's so weird because I grew up, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 82. I went through the whole phone thing. You talk to somebody with the phone because, I mean, texting wasn't a thing back in 1982, you know? That might have a lot to do with it. Where I'm before the internet. I would like to stay before the internet. You know what I'm saying? So when the scammers call you, you actually, hello, it's such a baby, sir. We have a good deal on this and this and this, and they're all like from fucking India or whatever. Which there's nothing wrong with being from India, but hey, listen, I bought back in the day, like in the like right before it might have been in 2000s, 2001, 2002, something like that. Um, my grandmother at the time, she bought a car phone. It was one of them phones in a big ass black case that you could plug into your cigarette lighter, all this. She bought it from a yard sale, like just somebody that's going out and selling the shit in their yard. She bought it from a yard sale, and I'll tell you what, buddy, that phone worked. I could call people from it, and don't think I didn't take advantage of it. I call people from all over on that phone. Right, yeah, they press one for English and then you get some, welcome to AD&D. You want to talk to somebody who knows English, not somebody who has learned English. I want to talk to my kind, goddammit. A Blackberry? God dang, son. Hey, I had a Blackberry back in the day. Blackberry. Fuck. You know how long it's been since I've seen that word? A Blackberry. that you know what? That just brought back memories. That's all I'm going to say about it. A Blackberry. You remember the phones that you could slide up? You hold them long ways, you could slide them up, and the keyboard was there. I don't remember what kind of phones those was. I can't remember the names of them. But yeah, I ended up with a couple of them too. Nokia. Yeah, you could turn it long ways and slide it up, and the keyboard is underneath all that shit. Fuck, I swear. See, this is why I like you guys. You kind of relate to me in a way, bringing up shit that I forgot. A fucking Blackberry. They still use QWERTY. And the thing about it is QWERTY is not a name; it's an abbreviation for. Hold on just a second. Let me look this up. It's actually an abbreviation. Holy fuck! I put. You know, QWERTY is the first 6 letters on the top of your keyboard. Here, let me educate you guys. QWERTY. And I promise, when I said that it was the first 6 letters, I had no idea that it was going to say this. Copy paste. Mind blown. A typewriter. That's another thing. Hey, you remember the old-fashioned sewing machines, the one you had to pump with your foot? Not saying I ever sewed or anything, but I'm like my mom, my grandmother, and stuff. They would sew shit, and they used they would pump the thing with their foot, and they would go about their stitching or whatever it is they were doing. Oh hell! Hold on just a second. Oh, am I full? I'm full. Never mind. All right, I'm full. All right, let's watch this Who's this guy? Oh, that's me. Let's watch this video on ice mining.
Warp drive active.
I remember it too. I remember it too. Yeah, things were so much simpler back in the day. You know, now you gotta work. You got Facebook and all this stuff, but you gotta worry about people hacking into your shit. See, back in my day with ICQ, you remember ICQ? With ICQ, I was constantly trying to hack into other people's ICQs.
Docking request accepted.
C64. That that might be a little bit before my time. I don't know. I don't. Hey, I've got an IRC server. Do you know that Twitch uses IRC? That's what they base their shit on is IRC. If you want to bot Twitch, it's IRC. Bet you didn't know that, did you? But yeah, Twitch is IRC. All right, let's see here. Let me mute this. Let me mute my audio here. We're going to get into some ice mine.
Well, it's no secret that we've been playing EVE Online for the
All right, hold on. Give me just a minute. Let me figure out my RC or my RC, my Twitch stuff. All right, got that going.
Well, it's no secret that we've been playing EVE Online for the better part of 10 years now, and we've condensed all of our ice mining learnings into this single video. So whether you're a new bro or a CEO, if you want to be the best ice mining capsuler out there, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, EVE enjoyer, for the better part of, you know the rest. And we're going to start with some of the most important things you need to understand, and that's your skills. Now, there's a couple skills that rise above the rest when it comes to ice mining. The first one's pretty obvious, it's ice harvesting. You need to get this to 5 as soon as possible. Every single rank of this is going to make you mine ice faster, more skills, more ISK. The next one's going to be your ice harvesting drone operation. We're going to talk more about drones in the later part of this video. This is just another tool for you to get more ice while you're on the belt. Combine these two and get these to 5, and you're going to maximize the ice you can get off the belt. The next skill that's super important is mining upgrades. This skill is going to let you use those low slot ice harvester upgrade 2s. These give you a very big increase in your yield. Each one of these you fly is going to give you around 9% cycle time bonus, diminishing returns and all that being a thing. You're going to run 2 to 3 of these on most of your ships. Next skill.
Just so you know, this is the video that I've been watching on ice mining, and I watched it once and it was very confusing. So I figured the more that I watch it, the more I'll understand about it. But it is very confusing to people who don't know much about ice mining.
Is going to be tactical shield manipulation, and this is going to let you run those multi-spectrum shields hardeners. You get this to 4 and you can run the tech 2s. Stay tuned for the later parts of this video about why shields are so important to ice miners. The next very similar skill is going to be shield upgrades. Get this to rank 4 and you're going to be able to use those tech 2 extenders. This gives you more shield, effective HP, and is going to make you much harder to kill. Now let's talk about why your miner is going to be shield tanked primarily. As you can see with our Hulk fit here, all of our tank is going to be shield focused. This is primarily for one reason. Shields regenerate over time. Now it's small, we don't have a lot of passive shield regeneration, but if you get damaged by rats and it goes down to your armor or your hull, you're going to have to either fit a repper or pay for it in station. You don't want to be spending a bunch of extra ISK. It's also considered a waste of slots if we start fitting armor tank in your rigs or your lows. Mining ships are tight in terms of the number of modules that you can fit. We're going to talk about how to actually build your ship in the later part of this video. Suffice to say, whenever I'm testing all of my stuff, you want to be shield tanked so that you can have an effective use case of your modules, and also you can save yourself some money by not having to spend money on all those armor and hull repairs. Let's talk about augments. Here's my ice mining clone. Now you can have some variations to this, and make note, I primarily use this in high sec. It's too much money to be taking into more dangerous areas. And the big one here is this Yeti ice harvesting implant. This is going to give you a 5% decrease in ice harvester cycle time. It's very important. It takes a couple seconds.
I looked this augment up on the marketplace, and it's like 650 million just for this one augment.
Off of all of my ice mining. We then use a shield operation augment. It's going to increase our shield recharge rate. We have a reprocessing one in here. This clone is a joint reprocess ice mining clone. That way when I'm on the belt and I'm done with my ice, I can go reprocess it in station. More on that later. Then we have shield management, increasing your base shield capacity. This isn't the biggest one that we can have. I got this one on sale. Always be on the lookout for those good deals in Jeddah. Then we're going to have nomad implants. These are going to increase our agility. This lets us warp off faster. And again, since I'm in high sec, I want to be able to get the hell out should a roaming band of frigates show up on grid. You can use different ones here if these are too pricey for you. I'm giving you our full clone so you can see how we maximize our ice mining and maximize our ISK. Next tip we have are going to be how to make sure you get the best out of your fits, and you want to play around with how to get the best mining speed. You can see your mining speed by going to simulate here, right clicking the actual module you have in your high slot, going to attributes, and then from there you can see your activation time duration. You've seen mine's colored green. This means we have certain things that are affecting our mining speed. If you mouse over this, you're going to see everything involved that's decreasing or increasing whatever the value is. You can see our base value for ice mining with the ore ice miner is 200 seconds, but all of these implants and skills and stuff on the ship, all this stuff is making it go down to 45-ish seconds. That's a huge increase. This basically means that we're going to get one single piece of ice every 45 seconds instead of every 200 seconds. Yowza, quite the upgrade. You can do this trick with any module you have to see what kind of bonuses that you're getting. For example, here's our afterburner. We see that our maximum velocity is higher than normal normal due to some of our skills. We also see that the activation time is less than normal due to some of our skills. There are a ton of ice mining ships you can use. Let's talk about when to use each one. Now, we are in the ore section of the ice mining tree. It's worth noting that Ventures cannot use ice miners. Very sad. I love the Venture. It's one of the best ships in all of EVE Online. The first ice mining ship you're going to be using is most likely the mining barges. These are going to be the most cost effective. They're not as cheap as the expedition frigates for a base hull, but they are going to be easier to skill into. I recommend starting off with a retriever if you're a solo player, or a procurer if you're in more dangerous areas. And then once you're kitted into those, start kitting into your expedition frigate, specifically the Endurance. The Endurance is going to let you go get a feel for more and more dangerous areas, as it's more slippery and can outfit a cloak. From there, you're going to be upgrading a bunch of your skills and waiting to get into your Exhumers. These are your big boys that cost a lot of money. Price difference between these is 20 million-ish for the base hull to 310 million for a Mackinac for just the base hull. You want to get comfortable with the dangerous areas, low sec, null sec, and all that. So to sum up, you're going to start off with the mining barges, skill up for the expedition frigates, use both of those while you're scaling up into Exhumers, and then max out your skills. Now that's when to use barges, frigates, or Exhumers. But when to use the Procurer, the Coveter, the Endurance, the Skiff, there's too many. There's too many. Have no fear, I will tell you. The Procurer and the Skiff are going to be your brawlers. Both those ships can do ore, ice, and gas mining, but they're considered more brawlers and beefy. They have higher health, higher damage than all the other Exhumers and barges. Use these for very dangerous areas. And before I go further, we have full guides on all these ships. Go check out our Ice Mining Masterclass playlist, just came up in the top right corner. The Coveter and the Hulk ships are going to have your highest yield, but they're paper thin and have super small cargo holds. You're going to need to use these in a fleet to be able to use their maximum power. Typically, we use our Hulks with our Orcas. We'll talk more about compression and all that later in this video. Finally, the Mackinac and the Retrievers are going to be best for your solo pilots, going into both high sec and dangerous areas. The Expedition Frigate is going to be if you're trying to go in to an unknown area, something that you want to be more slippery. So if you don't want to start rolling in with something like a Retriever that's more expensive than an Endurance, try the Endurance out, use the check out the locals. We have anti-gank tips coming up. So those are the ships. Let's talk about drones. There are a couple different kinds of ice harvesting drones. Each one of them gets a little bit more expensive. With the big ice harvesting drone, something you can ignore until you have a capital ship. We're just going to remove that right now. We use the augmented ice harvesting drones as they are the fastest ones, but they're so pricey, most pilots are going to be using just the Tech 2 ice harvesting drones. And while 20 seconds seems like it's a massive amount, when we look at my simulated fit and my maxed out Hulk right now, and we use the same trick we talked about earlier in the video, we see that our augmented ice harvesting drones are only going down to 193 seconds for a single block of ice. This is with rank 5 ice harvesting drone operation and rank 4 ice harvesting drone specialization. So with near maxed out skills, we're getting one block of ice per drone for 193 seconds. Let's compare that with our ore ice harvesters that get one block of ice every 45 seconds. What I'm trying to show you is that the ice harvesting drones, while getting you more ice, get you ice way slower than your actual miners themselves. So what you should do with this information is upgrade your ship first and your drones last. Get yourself in the Tech 2 ice drones and call it a day. Now let's talk about when to bring what drones. As you can see, this Hulk only has a single drone in there. The ice harvesting drones are all pretty large when it comes to cargo capacity. Each one is 50 M3. So on something like the Hulk that only has 50 M3 drone base space, you're not going to be able to bring other kinds of drones. Mackinacs and Hulks both have only 50 M3 drone space, so you really have to choose which one you want. Now all this is well and good, but how the heck do you sell the ice once you get it? We're going to talk about that in just a second. Y'all know, if you've seen one of our other videos, that we are EVE partners. That means the EVE Online devs give us in-game skins to give away to you. The value of these are in the hundreds of millions. So if bot is my ship lore best, we video every video. Also, y'all are really doing it. Fucking 10k subs. The ice we have here is compressed. Now you never 10k. With all that said, let's get back to the video. You're gonna notice that the ice we have here is compressed. Now you never want to haul your ice around just as is. It's so bulky, it's gonna take a freighter to move this kind of stuff around. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna compress the ice. You can do this a couple ways. We use an Orca. We have an Alta that does all of our compression for us on the belt. But if you don't have an Orca or an Alta yourself to be able to do this, you can take your ice to certain stations and get it compressed. Now if you're moving around your ice uncompressed, I recommend a Cryos. Cryos is gonna have a 30k.
See, this is why I bought my cryos.
M3 ice hold. This is for Tech 1 pilots. Any Tech 2 deep space transport is going to do. Our Occuter fits, which we have full guides for, get you almost 70k M3. You can take 70 pieces of ice to whatever station you need and then compress it there. Now, which stations can you compress it on? In order to find the correct stations, you're going to go to your Neocom, go to Utilities, Structure Browser, and then from there you're going to go to the Structure Type, And then from there, you're going to go to the service filter, and you're going to find the stations that have reprocessing plants. Now, these do need to be player-owned stations. So you can go to structure type, uncheck station, and then you're going to see all the player-owned stations that have the reprocessing plant. So if it's a player-owned station that has a reprocessing plant, you can compress your ice in station. You do it the same way that you would reprocess something. You're going to right-click, and you're going to go to compress. There isn't one in the station I'm currently in, just trust me, okay? Be aware that some stations have a tax involved. You can see this one is 0% tax. This one has a 3.4% tax. That's another reason why we compress on our Orca, because I don't have to pay tax if I'm reprocessing my own ice. Now, as far as the specific tips to actually get your ice once it's compressed to JIT and sell it and all the various things involved, we have a full guide on that. It really does need to be its own video. It's in the top right corner. If you want to maximize your profits, check that video out. We are going to talk about reprocessing your stuff, though. You can see in this station with all the skills and augments we have, we're about a 72.5 reprocessing percent. This is going to take the base ice from 109 million ISK to 15 million ISK. There is a fee involved in this station. I do all my reprocessing in another station where my rep is maxed out, so it costs me 0 ISK to reprocess. More ways to minimize your margins. Since you're smart, I know you can see it's way less M3 on this side than it is on this side. We have 79k M3 here and only 32k on this side. One of the biggest rules with ice is you're always going to haul the reprocessed materials and not the main ice to market. So typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine it on belt, compress it on belt, reprocess it in station, haul the reprocessed mats, and make some ISK. That's the best $ drawing I've ever seen. Now let's talk about some anti-gank tips for going out in space. And typically I like to stagger my shield modules. You can see it here that my shields are running at half and then the other one starts. This minimizes the load on your CPU, making so your cycles are super easy. Now we're on a ore belt because there's no ice belts in system right now, but trust me, these tips apply to ice. Hey, we got an Orca buddy on the belt. What's up, man? So really, the only way that you're going to be killed when you're ice mining isn't the rats. It takes pretty basic skills to be able to take out all those rats. What's going to kill you is other players. Gankers that are coming in, seeing that you're on with something juicy, and they want your stuff. First thing you're going to do is look at your D-scan. It's this thing that's pinging on the right side of my screen. We have a full guide on that. Make sure you check the top right corner. And if you watch no other video after this one, that's the most important video. The directional scanner saves my life, and I hope it saves yours. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to look at local chat here. You're going to right-click people's name, look at sex status, look at their employment history, look at their bio. You're going to try to look for some unsavory characters here. For example, here's our friend Cyber Eye. They have a 5.0 security status. You can check their name out on Z Killboard as well. Here we see somebody with a 0.0 sex status. It is a brand new character of 1 month. A little bit sketchy, so you can even right-click their name and set a note like a bit sketch. That way, the next time you see them, can't spell sketch for God's sake, you can even add them as a contact, set them to bad, and that way, the next time you see them in local, you can know that something's up. So you're de-scanning, you're checking local. The other thing is positioning. And actually, this Orca is doing it not so good. You'll see the Orca right here is positioned pretty close to the entrance to this site. Now, when someone warps on to any kind of node, they're not going to warp here or here or here. If they warp at 0, they're going to warp right to this ping right here. You want to be as far from this as possible. If this was the ice, this blue line, I'd want to be here, mining away at whatever the closest rocks were. This way, if the gankers warp on grid, it maximizes the time it takes for them to get to you. And in this case, since this Orca is way more juicy than our Hulks, they're going to go after this guy first, thus giving me even more precious seconds to get the hell out. Now let's talk about safe spots. In order to make a safe spot, you're going to go to your GTFO tab. This is going to give all the celestial bodies and the gates in your solar system. If you want to copy this overview and use it for yourself, videos in the top right corner, and give it to y'all for free. It's super easy to set up. What we're going to do is we're going to right click on any celestial body. I'll pick the one that's furthest away, it's fine. We're going to warp to it within 100, and mid-warp, we're going to start making bookmarks. You can see our ship is the center of this green ball here. We're going to press Control B, and we're going to type safe spot, and in the middle of warp, we're going to press submit. You can see we just made a point right here. In order to get to that spot in the middle of space, you're going to have to be in that spot, uncloaked, and someone's going to have to use combat probes to find you. See where I'm going with this? All those precious seconds you gain, you've seen them on D-scan first, you're checking local, you're already warping to the safe spot, you're not going to get ganked. I say this very passionately because I have been rocking ore ice harvesters,
the big boys,
for most of my ice mining career, and we haven't lost a single one. You do those tips, and you won't either. Now let's head back into station so we can talk about how to build the best ice miner you can regardless of skills. Let's say you finally kit it into a Hulk of your own, and you want to be able to build it, but your skills aren't exactly there yet. What you're going to do is you're going to use the simulator, and I'd like to walk y'all through my thought process on how I build a ship. That way, when you build your next ship, you can cater it to max out your skills with whatever modules you can afford. So let's say we're building a Hulk for high-sec ice mining. What we want to do is start with the most necessary things first. That's the ice harvesters. Since I can afford it and we're in high-sec, we're going going to go with the ore ice harvesters. Next thing we want to do is maximize the yield of this. We're going to go in our lows and get the ice harvester upgrade 2s. We're going to fill that up. Still maximizing that yield. We're going into the rigs. We're getting our ice harvester accelerator. Now that we've got all the yield we can for a high-sec Hulk miner, we want to go for survivability next. So let's go for the mids. Let's see what kind of shields we can do. We always are going to use the multi-spectrum shield hardeners. This is a staple. We're going to slap on 2 of these and just see how this will work. And let me undo my searches for just a sec. So we could take a large shield hardener, slap it on, and now you see we can't really fit that much more inside of the mid slots. This is because the large shield extender, it's too big and it wasn't made for this ship. It's maxing out our power grid. We have 0 power grid left. We could take the ship out, but we'd be wasting modules. So instead of using a large shield extender and making our effective HP 40k, we're going to take this off and see what we can fit in terms of medium shield extenders. Okay, 1 capped us out. Now, I know from experience that the Hulk needs more CPU. You can see we're close to the CPU cap there. So let's head on down to our rigs, and we're looking for the processor overclocking unit. This is a rig that's going to increase our total CPU. You can see we just got a bunch there. Now we're going to go back to our mids and see what else we can fit. Now we can fit a second medium shield extender. This puts our total effective HP at 42k. Because we were able to use different modules here and there, we have more effective HP, a healthier ship, and we're using more modules. With the large shield extender, we were only getting 40k. Now we're getting 42. So that's how I would fit this for high sec. And as always, if you want our full Hulk guide, it just popped up in the top right corner for you. Now, if you made it this far, we're going to talk about the most important thing when it comes to ice mining, and that's which harvesters you should be taking. In order to get to this screen, you're going to open up any of the ice miners, or any module for that reason, and then press compare down here. This is going to compare all the modules that are very similar. And the first thing you notice is that the difference between the costs of these are staggering. Tech 2s are going to be your most commonly used ice harvesters. There's no mining crystals or anything like that you have to deal with ore. The difference between the ore ice harvesters and ice harvester 2s are huge though. You can see that each one of these is going to mine a single piece of ice. So we can uncheck that. The Tech 2s are going to get residue. And we're going to talk about that in just a sec. The ore ice harvesters are the same speed as ice harvester 2s. So if you're looking at the cost of the ore ice harvesters, like why the heck would someone buy that? What you get if you buy the ore ice harvesters is a better CPU usage. You can fit bigger, better modules because it costs less of your ship's resources. It doesn't get residue, and it has a longer range. The Tech 2s get residue. And really, if you take nothing else from this video, it's this. So let's say you have an ice asteroid with 100 ice units inside of that asteroid. The Tech 2s are going to get only 66% of that 100 units. So they're only going to get 66 units. You are then going to have to go over to a second asteroid and mine the other 34 units of ice. This is because the residue burns off those 34 pieces of ice from the based asteroid. The ore ice harvester is going to see that 100 piece asteroid and is going to get the full 100. No residue, no excess burn off, full ice from the asteroid. So the Tech 2 miners are going to give you the same amount of ice, just on more asteroids. So now that you're all inspired to go get as much ice as possible, we've got our maxed out Hulk fit and guide right here that I use to make hundreds of millions of ISK every single week. But if that's too expensive for you, we understand. We want to make sure that the new bros get what they need as well. So here's a retriever guide for you. Now we bling this ship out, but we do talk about how to fit it for new bros as well. Each video is chock full of tips that you're going to need. Now our last live stream, we gave away over 3
billion ISK
in the form of ship skins and raw ISK. So if you don't want to miss the next one, and you don't,
active.
Yeah, I mute him. But what I was saying was, I probably just bought I probably just bought something that I'm not gonna be able to fly.
Warp drive active.
So I'm gonna have to work on my skills probably a little bit before I can. I bought a Hulk.
Docking permission requested. Docking request.
What do you mean,
accepted.
why would I do that? It gives me something to work towards. That's why I did it.
The station honors all returning citizens from beyond the borders of our great state.
God dang! Hold on. Let's look. 41 minutes? What? I can't. Alright, hold on. Let me read here.
Tired of investing in structures just for them to be destroyed? Check out Superveston Planet-side carbon listings and run your future in stone.
Alright, guys. I understand. I fucked up buying this.
Be sure to bring your ration.
Warp drive active.
But on the plus side, when I do have the skills to fly it, I've got it. It might take goddamn 3 months, but at least I have a Hulk. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. I know I fucked up buying it. But at least I got it. You know what I'm saying? It might be a month or two before See, but, and that's another thing, you know, when I get paid every month, it goes to Eve. So, it ain't gonna be as long as you think.
Accepted.
I don't know, I should have bought a skill instead. What do you mean, no? I can't buy skills, can I? Look, I've got almost a billion ISK. What skills do I need to buy? I'm legitimately asking you, you know. If I need to buy skills, I'll buy skills. No. Let me. You want me to? Skip out and do the Magic 14 here. Okay, we'll watch Magic 14. I do have it bookmarked.
What's up, guys, and welcome back.
You want to do that too? It's 8 minutes long, so here we go. Here we go, boys.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another EVE Online video. We're going to be covering the Magic 14. These are 14 skills that, when trained, will benefit you no matter what you're flying or what you ever fly. And really, it acts as the basis and then the starting point for developing your character. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like go through each one of them, and you know, as we go through them, I'm going to do a skill plan, and then at the end of the video I will show you how to take the skill plan that I'll put in the description of the video and import it into your client. The first skill that we're going to talk about is super important. You can get a lot of it when you're alpha, is CPU management. CPU management is going to give you a 5% bonus to the ship's CPU output, which allows you to fit more modules and just have a lot more play with fits. Power grid management, which I recommend going all the way to 5 for that as well. This is going to give you 5% bonus to the ship's power grid. Kind of like CPU, you're giving your ship more resources. The next one is going to be capacitor systems operation right here. I recommend this one to 5 as well. This one's going to give you 5% reduction in the capacitor recharge time, so faster capacitor recharge time. As you can see, when you start seeing a pattern here, these are base core skills, right? The next one's going to be mechanics. This is going to give you 5% bonus to structure points, so you definitely want 5 in that. And then hull, you want about 5% bonus to armor. And then after that, we're looking at shield stuff, right? So we're gonna go over here to shield management. This is gonna give you 5% bonus to shield capacity. You know, who doesn't want more shield? And then next is shield operation. Shield operation is gonna give you 5% reduction in shield recharge time. So faster recharge of shield. Next, we're looking at targeting. Targeting is really important, right? We want long range targeting. This allows us to reach out and touch things a little bit further. Put that at 5. And then also signature analysis. Signature analysis is going to allow us to, well, target things faster. Our next category is going to be navigation, which is navigation. Navigation will give you 5% bonus to subwarp ship velocity. Evasive maneuvering 5. This will allow us to actually align and get into warp faster. Super important. And then warp drive operation, which is going to reduce the capacitor requirement for initiating warp. We want that at 5. As well. Now the last one's going to be under Starship Command. This one is going to be Starship Command, and this allows you to get 2% improved ship agility for all ships per skill level. You want that at 5 as well. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly how to import this. We're going to go clear this. All right, so now if you look at the description of this video, you should see a list similar to, well, exactly like what is in this notepad right here. And what you can do is go ahead and take from like CPU management 1 all the way down to Starship Command 5 and just highlight it and hit Control C. We're going to put that in the clipboard. Now if you go over here into Eve, and what you want to do is over to skills, you go to skill plans, you can go to personal skill plans as well and just hit create. Once you get into personal skill plans or whatever, or corporate, this little menu right here, you can go over here and you'll put import skills from clipboard. And it's going to throw it all in there, a description, and then you can actually just hit save, right? So now you have this skill plan, and then what you can do is, since this will be saved to you, obviously we don't have anything in our skill queue. If you go over here, you can actually just start training it, right? And then what it'll do is it'll actually put all your all those skills in that skill plan in your queue. But this is going to be the best way for you to get started, right, as far as the Magic 14 goes. The other way that you can actually queue up or plan skills is by just using fits, right? So what we're going to do is I have this simple procure fit in here. So if you ever see something like this online, you can actually import this into the game as well.
I'm going to be honest. This is highly above my pay grade.
So at the very top, you'll see brackets, you'll see ship type, and then the fit name. So what you do is you just take this, just like you did the other, and you copy that. And then if you open up the actual fit window here, and you go to the bottom, and you go to import from clipboard, it'll pop up this. You can either
My
save
brain
it or send it,
is exploding.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Fit right into
Look. This here, you know, I know it's helpful and stuff, but I have no idea what this guy's saying. I'll be honest with you. Demento. I understand it's entry level stuff, but somebody that's coming in and not knowing anything about Eve, it's a lot to process. Let me fuck around and I'll find out. You know what I'm saying? I'll eventually get it, but right now, you know, I don't know where to take this.
Welcoming your new family.
I have to fuck around before I find out. Let me fuck around. I guess. You know. No, I'm not joining no corporation. I actually started my own corporation because you know, I was getting quite a few viewers on the stream. So I was like, hey, you know, why not make my own corporation? And you know, I was gonna learn from vets. I wasn't gonna make the decisions. I was gonna pass it on to them and be like, hey, you know, what should we do?
By lie die, we blow the competition away.
But my last couple of streams, I was streaming like Borderlands 3, Arma 3, a couple other games or whatever, and I don't know where they went.
Signing nanobiotic supplements. Capsuleers. Love the body you're in.
I'm too old to be in a hurry. Bitch, I ain't old, goddammit. I'm only 42, fuck. I get what you're saying, though, and yeah, this video is here. Let me. The Magic 14 is just going to have to wait. Most of the Magic 14s I've already done. I'm not saying I did them all. But a lot of them I've already done.
Earn the loyalty of Caldari's finest. Command a fleet for the state.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, well, I don't want no kids in my streams. I'm not a kid-friendly streamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to influence another Johnny Somali. Only 6 hours? Look, if you guys got a better place for me to mine, you can message me in game and I'll head that way. But for right now, I'm doing the best that I can. See you, Demento, buddy. Sorry, I'm probably a little bit late, but I didn't see your message. Take care, buddy. Have a good day. All that good stuff. I'll be here, buddy. Reboot. You're a pretty good guy. I like you. I'm just saying. You seem like you know a little bit about the game that I'm playing, and you're friendly with the people that come in here. I'll tell you what, buddy, you keep that up, and you might end up being the moderator in my channel. I don't know, after watching those videos, it kind of put me in a downer mood, you know. But now that I'm back and I'm concentrating on what's going on in front of me now, it's a little bit different. The power. Well, listen, I don't ban nobody. I don't care what they say, what they do, unless it's a bot, obviously. I ban the bots, but I've never, like, been pissed off enough at somebody to ban them. Maybe if I get bigger, we'll see. We'll see. I've got my brother and Slay, which he works on Arma 3 servers and stuff. That's the only two moderators that I've got. My brother, obviously, you know. Well, they can be a total ass. I don't care. I don't really. I don't really ban anybody unless they're absolute trash. You can speak your mind, you can do whatever, you can say whatever, you know, I don't care. Hitler this and, you know, whatever, I don't care. That's just the kind of person I am, though. I remember how it felt like when I had 0 people watching me. 0. I remember how I felt knowing that I would make a bot account on my iPad, which I still have. So when you know, it don't keep me on the very bottom of the list, but if I got 2 viewers, it kind of boosts you up a little bit on the list. So on my iPad, you know, I've got an alt account. So when I stream, you know, I at least have 2 people watching me. And it keeps me off the very bottom. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I will say, I streamed this morning Borderlands 3, and then I streamed this morning a little bit of Armored 3. And I honestly think that's where half of my viewers went, because I was pulling in 59, 60 viewers when I played Eve. But because I started streaming a different game, everybody fucking left. I don't know where they went. My name is Jeff. What have I done? This guy. He's back. Reboot. He is. He's back. And I'm trying to talk to him. I'm gonna tell him to cut the bullshit. God, he's back. He's back. Yeah, he's back. So what I'm doing, essentially, because they're attacking this fucking dude here, who's been following me around for the last couple of days. But when they're attacking him, I'm not bothering with him. I'm hoping they'll either run him off, kill him, something like that, you know? Well, you know, I understand that if I talk to him, if I acknowledge him or whatever, it gives him reason to be here. I understand that, but 4 days in a row he's been here. And it ain't just, well, I guess it is just with me, because anytime I join somebody else's corp or fleet, he's right there. So I just want to know what the fuck he wants. That's it. All I'm doing is mining them. When somebody is sitting there watching, I mean, if you're sitting there and you're eating, right, and somebody is right next to you watching every bite you take, you're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck, you know? So that's kind of how I am right now. Oh, did he message me back? Heart, gentle soul, and prithee, accept our heartfelt. Here, just read. No, I'm not muted. See the solid line? I'm not muted. Can anybody else hear me? Alright, this is the one I said to him after all that bullshit. He just gave me the, like he's back in the 1800s or whatever. Fuck off, no more attention. Thanks for playing, trying to have a civil conversation with you. Alright, just making sure. I did have my audio drivers update earlier this morning. That's why it was kind of wonky a little bit this morning, but I should be alright now. No, I'm done with him. Fuck him. He's been here for like the last 4 days. So I'm done talking about it. He ain't gonna do anything. Hold on, I got the hiccups. I'm drinking too much. Yep. Alright, we're good. I think we're good anyway. Let me get me another drink and I'll tell you. Listen, I am feeling pretty good right now, guys. If somebody was to attack me right now, I'd be like, oh shit, somebody's attacking me. I have started a corporation. I'm hoping to get a bunch of the streaming community into the corporation. So when I take off though, and I have 500 people watching me, and they're all in the corporation, don't do it then. Probably not accept you then. See you, reload, buddy. Have a good day. Hopefully, I'll see you later.
warp drive active. The asteroid is depleted. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Done. Appreciate you guys. But I'm done.